What would you say would be the one thing you were able to most exploit without having Chris and Blake in the game plan?
I think, without Chris and Blake, obviously the pick and roll coverage is a little different. CP's a very smart defender. He understands our offense and knows when to gamble and when not to. And so from that aspect, I think that changed their ball screen coverage a little bit. And looking at how they guarded with Blake, Blake's a good hard hedger. He's able to get out and be more active and mobile. I think with him not playing, they just opted to switch a lot of those pick and roll instead of trap.
Last chance.
Joe Freeman, Oregonian. CJ, what's the mindset heading back home up 3-2 now?
We want to close the series out. We got a unique opportunity here to play an elimination game at home, and we want to make sure we take full advantage of it.
CJ, Kevin Arnold, TSN.com. There was a stretch of 4 possessions in the middle of the fourth where you guys, I think you put up 11 points, 4 trips down. It seems like you got a lot of the perimeter actions that you guys are kind of known for, but hadn't really executed much in this series. Can you walk us through sort of that stretch and pretty much put the game away?
I think we had some really good ball movement. Diggs did a good job of setting screens. We did a couple dribble handoff options, kind of spread them out a little bit, and I got a tight curl for a jumper. I think Dame hit a tough 3 and then another tough 3, and I just tried to be aggressive and put pressure on the defense. And I think Mason made some great passes, playing off the pinch post and in the middle area.
Things were, I would say, somewhat bleak after 2 games, and now you've really flipped the whole series around. What's the feeling like now that you find yourself suddenly on the verge of possibly clinching?
I think our approach was that they won 2 home games, and we wanted to make sure we won our 2 home games. And they say, it's not a series until somebody wins on another opponent's floor, and we won tonight. So now we want to make this series and finish up at home.
CJ, Mike Rich from the Oregonian. You've seen it a bunch this year, but what's it like when Dame kind of gets it going like he did in the fourth? What's it do for you guys?
It's fun to watch. It takes a lot of pressure off the rest of us. We know he can hit tough shots, and once he gets an open look and he gets to see that ball go in, his eyes kind of light up, and we know, he's going to finish the game off, and that's what we need from him. And I thought he delivered. He had some really tough shots, and was still aggressive, despite their tough coverage.
Back.
CJ, Long Clipper Blog. Game 3, you broke out offensively, but the team's defense and your defense on JJ has been much better in the last 2 games as well. So what have you seen that has allowed you and the team to be more effective shutting down the perimeter offense?
I think we got to guard him with all 5. JJ's a really good player. He's smart. He knows how to move without the ball. DeAndre does a great job of setting screens for him, and Doc does a great job of drawing up plays out of timeouts. And early in games, they try to get him going in the first quarter. So just trying to make it as difficult as possible on him, get different guys hedging out, and just always trying to contest it, and then offensively just attacking him.
Jay.
Jay Donnie, ESPN. How have you seen the growth both for yourself and this team as this group goes through the playoffs for the first time?
I think guys are settling in and getting more comfortable. That's the biggest thing. A lot of guys haven't been in this situation before. Haven't seen this type of pressure, from understanding that you're going to get open shots. They're trapping Dame and I high at half court, and they got to deliver. And I think they're starting to step up and understanding where they're going to get shots from. And defensively, we're standing our shell. We're being active and trying to make the game fun for ourselves.
Last couple. Steve.
Steve Springer at USA Today. The Clippers were saying that playing without Chris and Blake, emotion carried them through the first half, and then by the third quarter, that emotion had left them exhausted. Could you sense that? Did it seem like kind of the wind went out of them?
We knew they were going to be aggressive early. They were aggressive. They played with intensity, and they outworked us in the first 2 quarters. But once that third quarter started, we jumped on them. We got stops, and that's what kind of changed the game for us. But you could tell that they were really emotional early on, and they were playing without their leader. So I knew, it was going to be a tough environment, and guys were going to be ready to step up.
Last question.
What is your takeaway from the team that you played tonight? It was a different team than the one that you played the first few games of the series without their big 2 guys.
They're still very good. They're very talented. Jamal Crawford, Austin, big fella, Jeff Green. They all can go. They all can get a bucket, and that makes the game difficult because you don't know who they're going to go to. You don't know what sets they're going to run. Obviously, they're not just throwing the ball in the post, so there's more pick and rolls, more dribble handoffs, more one-point downs, and 45s and V2s that they run. So we want to make sure that we defend all 5 positions. We help out on each and everybody and make it as difficult as possible.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Yeah.